I have to write a lot of PowerPoint presentations in my work. Yes? So I spend a lot of time looking at this screen thinking, what am I going to put on this screen? And I don't like presentations that are just words, because people read the words off the screen and they don't listen to you. So I like to use pictures. And sometimes I have to illustrate things that are quite nebulous concepts, which inevitably send me to the internet to find images to accompany those. And coupled by some images like this, this means strategy. So this image comes from a stock photo website. There are lots of them around, sites like iStockPhoto, Photalia, Shutterstock. And I'm a little bit obsessed with these websites and the kind of images you can find on them. So really, really odd Photoshop things like this of really random business people. Just looks really strange. So yeah, I'm a little bit obsessed with these, so I'm going to talk about these today and my slight love for them. Stock photos have been around for a while. They've been around since newspapers were able to print photographs in the 1920s. They were using newspapers, they were using adverts, but also the growth of the internet has absolutely exploded the number of ways to use photos and the number of people submitting them as well. And I started to notice some trends in photos, so I want to share some of my favourite trends that I've noticed in stock photos of late. People jumping. This is a popular one. Lots of ladies jumping, sometimes on their own, sometimes with friends. Even men can jump. It's quite exciting. People getting very happy and excited about quite strange things is another favourite of mine. People thinking, I just wonder why they're so happy. So I don't know why she's happy. She's got a BlackBerry. She's got a Dell laptop and she's fallen over. I mean, there's not really much to be happy about there. And again, I'm not alone in being obsessed with photographs of people looking really happy about very strange things. I found a website that was created a few years ago, which is an homage to people laughing at a local salad. There are absolutely loads of these photos. There are millions. I mean, a bit of iceberg and a crouton has never made me this happy. I just don't understand this at all. So yes, I'm not alone in my love of this stuff. So the stock photo has made it into many, many guises. I look at these and go, who would use these? What are you going to use these for? I would never go to her workshop. That's just really unhygienic. Why did someone make these photos? Why would someone take this photo, put it online and assume someone was going to pay to use it? I just don't understand it. But stock photos have made it into popular culture a bit further. So these were created for a Vince Vaughn film called Unfinished Business, released earlier in the year. Proper stock photos, badly photoshopped. They thought that was a good thing to do. It's quite interesting. And Adobe have recently created an homage to the stock photo this season, a series of t-shirts. Salad Lady, she's back. So yeah, so this is quite interesting. It's also very cool and hipster to like terrible photos. And I started thinking about the models, not these ones, but the ones actually on the photo, and what it's like to be a stock photo model, the impact of it. So this guy, John Boyega from Star Wars. Stock photos are the start of great things, they really are. And there are other people who've actually become famous by being in stock photos. One of the most popular one is a guy who featured in a number of memes. I'll come back to him. But first, this lady. This is very risky, taking this photo, because someone can put anything into your hand. I read a story about a vegan finding her face on a box of sausages, and another lady who found herself on a sex toy website advertising a different kind of sausage. But yeah, really, really risky. This, you don't know what's going to happen to you. This is the face of Hide the Pain Harold. He's a really, really popular meme because he always looks like he's slightly in pain. So he became quite famous to the point where people actually found him. People hunted him down because people wanted to meet him and find out more about him. So some website tracked him down. It looks like he's in prison. He probably isn't. But yeah, he made it onto TV. That he was, I think he's a Hungarian man who's obviously become a bit of an internet celebrity through his work in stock photos. There's another more famous model who has got her own Facebook group. Her stage name is Ariane. She's got more than 16,000 followers. People take photos of her wherever they see her and put them in the site because she's absolutely everywhere. And I think that's one of the challenges of using stock photos. It's really hard to be distinct, and if you're using one on a website or an ad, how do people really know that you're selling something unique? So something I've read about, which is actually quite a good tip, is the 5-second test. If you create an ad or a website, put it in front of someone who's never seen it before and give them 5 seconds and then say, did you know what that was about? If they don't, you have failed. So I am not alone, as I've mentioned, in my love for stock photos. I've met a kindred spirit on the internet. His name is Brian Bilson. He's a poet. He's a poet laureate of Twitter. And he's written a poem about a man who's also obsessed with stock photos. I did tweet Brian and asked if I could read this, and he said it would be honoured. So I'm going to read you Brian Bilson's poem. He watched all around him, making great strides, whilst he measured out his life in PowerPoint slides. That his days were templated, he deeply resented, for they were lacking in content and blandly presented. But worse were the pictures of airburst banality that invaded his dreams and disturbed his mentality. Those stock photo models from all ethnic backgrounds who smile inanely in boardrooms while another propounds. These corporate mannequins with their immaculate teeth darkened his days and haunted his sleep. He felt himself slide headlong into crisis, wished those bullets were real, not formatting devices. Eventually he managed to turn things around. He changed his presentation, a new template was found, and gone were the photos of banal composition, replaced by those more suited to the human condition. So that's my story about stock photos. Use them wisely, and may your salad always make you happy.